Nobody told you that at school. Not your parents, not your friends, and it's certainly not in traditional finance books. But the truth is simple and brutal. As long as you are wasting your vital energy, you will remain stuck. You can even study, work hard, take expensive courses, but you'll hit the ceiling. And the worst, you won't even understand why. But today, you will discover what few men know, and even fewer have the courage to apply. Semen retention could be the silent trigger behind the financial turnaround you are looking for. Does it seem absurd? I know. It seems like crazy talk or people who live in the mystical. But what if I told you it was exactly the opposite? It's about biology, focus, discipline, and most of all, prosperity. It's about using the most powerful fuel that Creator of the universe gave you the opportunity to transform ideas into actions and actions into money. And before you think this is an energy and spirituality thing, let me show you how this changes, in practice, the way you think, act, and achieve. If you're tired of always living in survival mode, trying to make ends meet at the end of the month, preparing yourself for yet another disappointment, then stay with me until the end. Because what you'll discover here could save you years of frustration. And it could be exactly what you needed to get out of stagnation and enter your real growth cycle. This video is not just content, it's a game changer. Many people are tired of empty promises. People who have tried everything, read a lot of motivational stuff, made goals, lists, commitments, but still feel stuck, as if there was an invisible anchor preventing any progress. And that's when a question comes in that may seem absurd, but is more real than it seems. Can retaining semen change your financial life? It's not crazy talk, nor an idea taken out of nowhere. It is an ancient practice that, when applied consciously, ignites the internal engine of any man who desires more prosperity. If sexual energy is the most powerful force that exists, capable of generating new life, why would it be irrelevant when it comes to building a career or getting rich? The mistake most people make is believing that everything that comes from the body is just pleasure. But the Creator of the universe, He didn't give that energy for nothing. When you waste it, day after day, you are literally throwing away pure fuel that could be used to create, undertake, learn, stand out. And in today's world, those who have energy and clarity have an advantage. Those who are exhausted are just one of the crowd. And speaking of benefits, it's no coincidence that many men who have changed their lives begin to report a common pattern. They cut out masturbation, quit porn, and started saving energy. Suddenly, ideas started to flow, business started to do well, money came. Coincidence? Perhaps. But when you see this pattern repeating itself, in different cultures, with different men, you start to wonder, is this what no one ever told you about money and energy? Nowadays, most men don't even realize that they are being sucked into an invisible system that drains energy all the time. It's as if they were in automatic mode, eating anything, scrolling endlessly, and relieving themselves without even thinking. The problem? This routine has a cost, vital energy, which could be used to generate ideas, solve problems, and make money happen. And you know what's craziest? It's just that nobody talks about it. They talk about productivity, but they don't talk about the Creator of the universe that lives within you and gave you this powerful energy to transform your reality. Just imagine, how will someone get out of bed with focus to undertake, study, or look for a new project if they are mentally exhausted and emotionally drained? There is no way to. The energy that should be channeled to build something just turns into smoke. Many men try finance courses, invest in expensive books, but remain stuck because they cannot maintain a consistent routine. And that's where the prosperity. It is not born only from technique, but from the energy that fuels daily action. Money is nothing more than energy that has been organized, multiplied, and exchanged. For this to happen, the first step is to master your own internal energy. And semen retention, contrary to what many people think, is not just about sex, it's about internal power. It's about taking control of your own energy field. When a man decides to retain, he stops being just a reactor in the world and becomes a creator. And when he becomes a creator, he will inevitably attract opportunities, ideas, and clarity about where to take the next step. When a man decides to stop ejaculating frequently, something changes almost immediately. In the first few days, he may even feel an internal restlessness, as if he were holding lightning inside his chest. But it is precisely this accumulated energy that begins to reorganize within him. Suddenly, he realizes that he is waking up earlier, wanting to get up and make things happen. It's not magic, it's biology. It is the body understanding that it needs to direct this force towards something greater than momentary pleasure. Over time, the signs become even clearer. The look changes. The posture changes. The way of speaking changes. Have you ever seen that guy who walks into a place and everyone pays attention, even without him saying anything? This does not come from words, it comes from accumulated and well-channeled energy. And what starts to happen? He becomes productive. Start organizing ideas, resolving pending issues, finishing tasks that were previously stuck. The mind, once scattered, now has a razor-sharp focus. And it is at this point that the prosperity starts knocking on the door. Because the energy that was previously spent on cliques and sheets now turns into action. The guy starts to work with more determination, study with more presence, and even have the courage to leave the bubble and try new things. A practical example. One student reported that after completing 30 days of retention, he finally decided to launch the YouTube channel he had been putting off for years. Result: within 2 months, I was already monetizing. This is the power of redirected energy, a gift of value given by Creator of the universe, but it only works for those who decide to use it with purpose. It's amazing how, when a man begins to consciously practice retention, results appear in the most unexpected areas, and financial is one of the first. I've already received messages from followers saying, after 60 days of retention, I was promoted without even asking. Another said that he began to study investments with such clarity that he was able to create a profitable portfolio in 3 months. This is no coincidence. When you hold the energy, you stop working automatically and start seeing opportunities that were previously invisible. There's a pattern to it all. And it's not a mystical pattern. It's science, it's applied spirituality, it's neurobiology aligned with practice. The brain, when it's not bombarded by dopamine all the time, starts to work more intelligently. Areas linked to creativity, focus, and decision-making are activated. In other words, the man who holds the energy begins to think like a leader, plan like an entrepreneur, act like someone who knows where he wants to go. The prosperity comes as a natural consequence. And along with this new mental functioning comes a change in the person's magnetic field. He begins to emanate presence. You know those types of people you want to listen to, who convey confidence just by talking. This attracts people, partners, customers. An example. One of my students decided to practice retention and, after 45 days, he managed to close a business partnership that doubled his income. This isn't about luck, it's about aligning your energy with the flow of Creator of the universe and, from that, attract what previously seemed impossible. There is no point in holding back energy and leaving it bottled up. Still energy turns into anxiety, stress, even frustration. Therefore, channeling is the keyword. And here comes one of the secrets that few understand. Focus. Those who practice retention need to clearly choose where this force will be directed. Do you study digital marketing? Start by applying what you learn. Do you work in sales? Use natural magnetism to delight customers. Do you have creative ideas? Take it off the paper. Does not exist prosperity without concrete and disciplined action. One of the most effective pillars for channeling this energy is learning something new every day. It's not about spending hours studying, it's about consistency. Learn about copywriting, create a strategic LinkedIn profile, study investments, stocks like PTZ3, ITSA4 or real estate funds with a good track record are good starts for those who want security and growth. Targeted knowledge transforms energy into results. And this, when added to the mental clarity of retention, becomes a powerful weapon. Another crucial point is to act, even when scared. The impulse of retention rises, it wants to express itself. And you need to express this in the form of action. Post that video, send that resume, start that project. The mistake is thinking that you need to feel 100% ready. It is not necessary. You need to be on the move. Because whoever is connected with the Creator of the universe, you feel that the creative impulse comes from a greater source. And when you act with purpose, the universe takes care of opening the right doors. If you've come this far and you're feeling like something has lit up inside you, it's because this path didn't knock on your door by chance. Maybe you are already practicing retention. Maybe it's starting now. But one thing is certain, doing this in the dark, without direction, is like trying to cross the ocean without a compass. And that's why the guide was born. The Power of Semen Retention. An ebook straight to the point, without fluff, designed to help you transform energy into purpose, and purpose into prosperity. Inside, you will find practical strategies, spiritual teachings, and a step-by-step structure to get you from point A, where there may still be relapses, distractions, and confusion, to point B, where you walk with clarity, focus, and constancy. It's as if someone took your hand and said, "Come with me, I've already walked this path." Because the truth is that no one teaches you how to deal with that kind of power. But it's there, pulsing inside you, ready to be awakened. And the best part, you don't have to wait another month or spend a lot of money. The link is there in the first pinned comment. Simple, direct, accessible. And what you'll find there could save you years of failed attempts. Because when you align your energy with the plane of Creator of the universe, everything starts to flow more smoothly. Retention is just the beginning. What you do with that power defines the rest of the journey. If there's one truth that no one can ignore, it's this: either you master your energy, or the world will use it against you. And it's not an exaggeration. Every click, every distraction, every quick pleasure is like an invisible leak that stops you from growing. Retention is just the gateway. True advancement comes when you understand that this strength you carry has a much greater purpose. And when you align this with the wisdom of Creator of the universe, then yes, the prosperity, it really starts to flow. Now answer me one thing honestly. Are you going to continue letting this energy escape every day? Or will you choose the path of discipline and build something great? Because if there's one thing that changes lives, it's a firm decision made at the right time. And maybe, just maybe, that moment is now. Maybe today is the day you stop wasting time and truly start your new journey. The one that you already know, deep down, that you were born to live. So, if this touched you in any way, like this video, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Here we don't just talk about retention, we talk about transformation, awareness, and power. Share this content with a brother who needs to hear this. Because together, connected with the Creator, we go further. And remember, it's not about stopping doing something. It's about starting to be who you were born to be. Now that you understand how semen retention can directly impact your financial life, the question remains: will you ignore it like the majority, or will you act like the few who transform knowledge into power? Because knowing doesn't change anything. What changes is applying. And you don't have to do it all at once. Start with 7 days. Then 14. Start feeling the change in your body, your mind, your energy. Notice how everything around you responds differently when you are in control. What would you do if you had twice the energy, clarity, and focus? What project would you get off the ground? What decision would you finally make? What opportunity would you not miss? Think about it. Time will pass anyway. The difference is whether it will pass with you stagnant or evolving. And maybe, just maybe, your new life will begin when you stop wasting that strength that Creator of the universe gave you to generate prosperity, not just pleasure. So comment below. What is your biggest challenge today? What is your goal? I want to read and respond. And of course, if this video made sense to you, like it now, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell. Because here we are not playing with motivation. Here we are building a generation of conscious, disciplined, and prosperous men. See you in the next video.